how can we actually change our lives? So we can easily understand that people that often trap themselves in the past and keeps living thinking about what happened to them, they tend to be stuck on that reality. So if you're just binding into pretty much the same reality for a period of time, you may understand that your brain is actually making it happening that way. So essentially, the process for you to change your life and to create a life that you wish for is to first recognize what you really want to achieve. And then, as you define how you want your life to become, you just have to apply every change to your life that allows you to actually get closer to the life that you desire. And that also applies to how you behave and who you are. So, to put it on a simpler way, let's say if you seek to have a life with a lot more wealth than you have currently, you just have to think how would you actually be, or how would you act if you already have that money for yourself. Because often people are just pursuing this goal, and because of it, it's one of the things that can apply to a lot of people that are actually trying to change something. So if you just struggle to have certain situations in your life, you should understand that the wealth version of yourself would probably just really dismiss a lot of things that you are just concerning about. So, tiny problems that may concern most people, if you were actually that person that essentially have all the money to apply to all the solutions money can be applied to, you essentially have to diminish the impact those problems are being creating a change on you. So you will still feel them, but you just keep telling yourself it's no big deal, and you take care of the situation instead of being just making a whole drama about the situation, or victimizing yourself on why is that happening to you. It's important to understand that every challenge we face is actually meant for us to become within it. So it's like it is supposed to be something that you want to experience, or you should be experiencing, in order for you to actually step to the next level. So understand that those things are actually there for you to create the change that you have to embrace to achieve what you really want. So what happens is, if you really want to achieve a life that is very different from yours currently, as you set clear your intentions and where you want to be, you will be witnessing a storm of challenges and changes in your own life. But those things are happening essentially because you're creating them to happen. In order for you to go through the change that you have to go through to actually achieve what you want. So I usually relate to this example because, especially on most men, they're just trying to achieve more in terms of wealth. So it's easy to be comparing this reality, because if we just go on vague terms, it may seem harder for people to actually understand. But yes, essentially, it's like in every situation of your life right now, you just have to think, if I already had everything that I'm searching for, how would I actually, or in way would I react to certain situation? And you just react the way you should be already reacting if you had that person already here. So if you already became that person, the future self that you want to become. Because for you to acquire whatever you're searching for, you have to realize you have to change. Because if you could be the same person, it would mean technically you could already have achieved what you're searching for. Remember that we are a product of everything that happens to us, but actually, if we understand the power we have, we can change everything around us because we have all the power to set our reality the way we want. The thing is, most people are not aware of this, but as you are aware of the direction you want to go, you realize how much you will change in a matter of months. You'll become a different person and you will pursue different things. Your inner circle will change totally, and you'll understand with some time that the people that used to be close to you are no longer there. It's not because they don't like you anymore. It's actually a change that had to happen in order for you to achieve what you really wanted. Because the truth is, we all have this feeling of the energy around us. Everyone feels something within the other people. So, naturally, if you change the energy you are emanating, the people that are around you will also change. So, naturally, as you change, the people that used to be there will no longer be there. But new people will come, and those are the new people that actually suit your purpose to keep going further. So it's all about you set the intention and just be conscious on what you're doing in your daily life. Try to apply this principle. How would I react if I already had everything that I want? Who would I become? And then you just look to be that person. Now, when it comes to love, it's different because the brain is very good to solve things that we can essentially influence by ourselves without much influence of the feelings. On love, there's feelings involved, and that makes the whole thing very different in terms of the way to approach. Because you cannot use your brain to actually achieve something that you want to achieve when it comes to love and other type of feelings. So in that aspect, you have to follow your heart. You have to listen to yourself and what you feel that you should be doing. So sometimes we feel like we just want to go to a certain place. Sometimes we feel we should be speaking to someone in specific, or we should be searching for a certain type of information. And we may not really know why we are doing such thing, but that could be something we must accomplish for us to actually get to the place that we want. So there's things that may happen We may not understand why we want to do something or go to some place. But if you feel like you should do it, you just do it. And then as you get to those things to be done, you will see your life will change and you'll be creating the life that you desire or achieving what you really want. So again, our brain can only perceive a limited amount of information when it comes to the whole thing that we represent. We are not conscious about everything that we are and we feel, especially if we're trying to hide things from ourselves. Remember that there's no hide from anything. If you're trying to put something behind your back to ignore it, it will be there forever. So the painful moments we may face in our lives are just meant to create something within us. The pain is something that we should face because it's what makes us grow as individuals. If we want to really grow and get to the next level, essentially we have to embrace all the challenges that come. And some of them may carry some pain. But that doesn't mean you should suffer. It's those different things. So pain is there for you to understand the lesson. But suffering actually tends to come with just a victim circumstance in which you're just making a narrative on why is that happening to you, or you shouldn't be taking that situation at all because you're not deserving of it. That's a whole thing that is actually unnecessary for you to go through, because that's not a process that can help you in much way. So you just have to understand in a painful situation that there is that specific thing there to teach you something. So we may struggle to understand why we're going through certain things in our lives, especially when there are things that have a really big impact on us. But if you actually go backwards, if you are a person that seeks for improvement in life and seeks for progress and overcome things, you will see that there are some challenges that you actually embraced and you kept going. And those challenges probably trigger something within you for you to have progress. Because remember that if you want to have progress in your life in any way, it means your life cannot be the same as it is today. So something has to happen. Some type of challenges have to come in order for you to just create the changes. Again, as you set your intentions clear in your mind about what you want, these things will come naturally. All you have to do is to make the natural progress of going through the things, learning the lessons, and keep moving forward. And you will see that as long as you keep this mindset, you will achieve everything you want in your life. Because there's no such thing as something we cannot reach. And everything we dream about, it's because we're actually meant to achieve it. So this is the most important thing people have to recognize. We are much more powerful than what we really think we are. In fact, for as much as you may wish for your life to become, reality is maybe you could have a lot more. And if you understand this possibility, It means that any imagination that you may have in your mind of fulfilling certain things, it could actually be multiplied. As long as you understand that there's no limit for the potentiality of your future, this unlocks a level for you to achieve that you may not see today, but you will achieve tomorrow.